We be afraid. We be afraid. And I'm telling y'all, I ain't feeling no fear. I ain't feeling no fear. If we don't stand for our shit, man, then who the fuck is? We always take the easiest fucking positions. We take the easiest fucking positions. We take every position, we take every opportunity to not face the toughest challenges. When we address police terrorism, folks say, you know, it's about more than just police terrorism. It's about schools. Okay, we're addressing that too. But then when we address schools, y'all don't address that. Y'all address after school programs. Y'all address all that shit. But what y'all won't address is how they taking money from them babies. How they cutting them short. So if you really care about them, you fight the system. Fight the systems that impoverish them. But y'all find every excuse to avoid dealing with the oppressor. Y'all find every opportunity, every excuse. Y'all call it reckless. Y'all say that's their problem over there. That's what's happening in Berkeley. They ain't gonna come to the hood. I seen y'all. I seen them comments. They ain't coming to the hood. They in the hood. That's the murder doves. But the hood showed up today. And see, they counter propaganda is that they're there protesting peacefully. And people like us are the problem. But see, what you all don't understand and what needs to be made clear is that there is a succession of events that follows these folks. When they come in as peaceful protesters. But the folks who were there today are front motherfuckers for patriot prayer. You all have to understand the face of white nationalism in this millennium. You all have to understand the face of white terrorism. It's all connected. And if y'all don't stand up, if we don't stand up and say, nah, not here, they're going to keep pushing further and further into our communities. They're going to push you to see how much you're willing to take. They're going to push you to see what lines of bullshit you are willing to swallow. If you don't take a position, we make all these excuses. We yelling Wakanda forever. But the colonizer at your door consistently, and we don't stand up to him. We'll fuck with it on the movie screen, fuck with it in real life. Fuck with it in real life. It's real fights going on right now as you speak. Stop taking the easy way out. Stop taking the easy positions. A stand at the coffee shop is a stand for all of us. But what happens with slaves? Slaves look for every opportunity to not engage the person who enslaved them, because it's a psychological tether. At some point, we have to be men and women. We have to be strong. We have to be courageous. At some point, you don't get this for free. There's some price to be paid. Yes, safety is paramount. But for the babies that's coming behind us, then God damn it, we got to have some courageousness for these children that's coming behind us. God damn it, we gonna stand with the coffee shop. What you don't understand is if they can come at them for making a moderate request. These ain't folks that saying kill cops. That's not what they saying. They saying that they refuse to serve cops in uniform and with service weapons on. That's a moderate request. That's not even a revolutionary request. But you don't understand that if they can shut that down and get you to work against that, they know that you will work against the real change that you need. So taking a stand here, this is not about the coffee shop. This is understanding how this thing works. That these organizations, they come in and they are front pieces for more violent organizations. They're the setup mechanism for more violent organizations. Often, they get support from the police. When the police came up, I had to make them close their batons. Because they came to do harm to us. So you damn right, I'm gonna take a position. It can't always be safe. And I'm not advising that anybody be reckless. I'm saying be disciplined. I'm saying be strategic and be intelligent. But we can't be cowards. We can't be afraid to take any type of position. And I want to remind all of y'all that when we were talking back, what has been a year ago now, when everything was happening in Berkeley, we told y'all that they're going to push into Oakland. Because what y'all don't understand, we've been watching these folks since the 90s, and we understand how they move. The time for cowardice is done. Y'all can't be afraid to take even a moderate position. I mean, it's a moderate position. But be clear that when you start letting white supremacist groups come into the murder dubs, what does that mean for Oakland? You don't get respect if you don't demand respect. I'm saying you resisting your way. Once again, I'm being very clear. We're not advocating for anybody to do anything violent at all. We're saying you mobilize and organize in your way. But by all means, mobilize and organize. When you have different organizations and people who are under attack from these white supremacist organizations for standing up for you, that coffee shop is not saying that they are unwilling to serve uniformed police officers with weapons on just for no reason. They're saying that because of the history and what has happened. It's a position of protection. This is an establishment that's owned by people of color. Chicano people of color make up a large percentage of the staff. In this time where there's massive deportation, it's reasonable that they would take that position. And so, it's very important that we politically educate as to why we take a position against organizations like Patriot Prayer. Why we take a position against the protesters that were there today. Because we know where they go, violence follows. We know where they go, that they're permitted to get away with shit that we can't. That police agencies allow them to come in, and we've watched it happen over and over and over again. Sacramento of last year. They stabbed protesters. They did bodily harm. But all you heard about in the news was the so-called Antifa threat. We understand how this works. We understand who these people are. Study the track record. The majority of police, they've killed more police officers than any black person, white supremacist organizations. But you do not see them being villainized. You can have explosive devices being sent to black families, killing black people in Austin, Texas. But you don't even hear about that. If you don't take a stand, that is what's happening right now. If you're a coward and you're afraid, say you're afraid and get out of the way. But this is the time for the real ones to stand up and be on the front lines. We don't apologize for that. We all feel fear, but you do it anyway. Because there's something at stake. There's something at stake. So stand up or lay down, or we gonna get down.